Hi all. Uh, we are back with a new session of yoga, and today I'm gonna introduce you some of the well-known asanas in sitting position, like this asana. It is known as Vajra asana. Vajra comes from the word Vajra, that is a weapon of Lord Indra. So this is known as Vajrasan. So basically, we'll start like uh, you can fold your leg, be like this, and then you can sit. Just sit straight, keep your hands on your thighs, and keep your back straight. This asana can be done after having your meals. It will help in digestion of food. It will remove constipation. It will help in gastric problems like acidity and all. And the variations in this could be, you can keep your foot like this if you are starting it, so it will be comfortable for a while. You can do it like this, or if you have the capability, keep your foot in a curved manner like this and sit in this position. So this is known as Vajrasan. Now coming back to the second posture, this is known as Manduk Asana. Manduk Asana has three variations. The variation is like the position of hands. In the first variation, we have to keep our fingers like this, put it close to our navel point, and then we have to bend ourselves in the sitting in the Vajrasana. So you exhale here when you are going down. So it's something like, there are few major points in this asana. Like, you can keep your stomach tucked inside, and then you can do it like this. Make sure that your back do not comes off when you are going forward. So in the beginning it is okay, but later part you can reduce the amount of bend you are doing, but make sure that your hips do not come off from this position. It do not get disturbed. If you can go below, touch your nose to the floor, that is also good, and that is the most flexible situation which anybody could do. So even if you are not able to do that, it's okay, it's fine. Now coming to the second variation of the Mandu Asana, the position of hand will change like this. Your thumb goes inside, your hand covers up like this. You put it near your navel, pull your stomach inside. Again, exhale, pull your stomach inside, keep your hand, the pressure of hand should be on your navel point. People with slip disc and back issue, your back issue, make sure that you are not going that much forward, it start hurting your back and you have pain afterwards. So maintain that point. The main benefit of any asana comes when you hold a posture for a longer period. So rather than going in a very fast manner, try to hold the position when you're you are bent. Okay, you can count till 10 or 20 as per your capability, and then you can go up. Now after doing two variations, we're gonna come to the third one, and it will be the relaxing one. You're gonna keep your hand like this, your your left hand below, directly touching your navel point, and right hand over it, and tuck it inside. I'll show you from the other position also. Just give me a second. Okay, after this, take a rest for about 30 seconds or 1 minute, and then we're gonna do one yoga which I do not know the name, but it will help you with reducing the side fat. It is commonly known as love handles in the informal language. So we're gonna put it our hands like this. Inhale, bend sideways. Feel the stretch going over your whole position. Make sure that you do not stretch yourself to a point where you disturb the pain and the injuries which you had in the past. Okay, so now just relax your legs for a while, because I have runner's heel. That means I have issue with this portion. If I keep it bent for a longer period, there's a pain over here. So make sure that you relax your muscles in between. Now we're gonna do Ustasana. Ustasana has two variations. I'm gonna do the basic one. You can go to the advanced one. I am not able to do. The advanced one only has a simple variation, like you're in this position, and you're gonna put your hands on your cover, and you're gonna raise yourself up straight, and you bend backwards. Inhale while you're going back, so that it will help you to maintain your bend, and you do not go backward to a very high limit. In the first repetition, I have inhaled and then went backward. So that is, like you can see, there was a small bend, and the degree of bend increased when I exhaled and then bent. So I'm gonna show you one more time. I'm gonna inhale. Now I'm gonna exhale, and then you can see the change in the bend, if it is going there. Mind well that all the yoga asanas will help you when you maintain the posture for a longer period. It's not the repetitions, but the number, the time for which you hold any asana. Make sure you are stable in any of the position, you are not dangling. Yes, initially it is okay, but try to hold the stability for longer period. And make sure that you are feeling your body when you are doing anything. If you are doing yoga, if you are doing gym, if you cannot feel your muscles, then it is waste. It is of no use. So feel your body, the changes going inside, the kind of pressure you are building inside your muscles. It will help you in increasing the strength and the stability. And now we are done with like what, three asanas, and now we're gonna move to Shashank Bhujangasana. Shashank Bhujangasana is like, Shashank means a rabbit, Bhujang means a snake, and asana is the posture. So it is snake rabbit posture. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go in the Manduk asana kind of thing, and then we're gonna do the Bhujangasana combination. So I will show you from the front and side view. Just simply go downward without any putting your hand inside. Relax. It is also known as child pose. It puts a lot of pressure, exactly like push-ups. It will help you in the shoulder, in these biceps, in these lat muscles, the chest portion, and because you are bending, so it will help you in your back. Make sure that you do not have any problem with your ankle. Ankle, I believe, yeah. Exhale when you're here, inhale when you're going up, okay? Relax. Okay, I'll show you from other view. Let me go so that camera can hold and show. Again, bad with this asana, and now we're gonna do Matsya asana, and Matsya asana has 3 variations. I'm gonna do it Please observe it and you can do likewise. The first variation is like simple one. We're gonna sit in the Vajrasana, and sitting in the Vajrasana we're gonna go and lay down backward. Second is you for the throat. Basically it will help your thyroid gland. So you're gonna put your head stretched in that asana. And third variation is third variation is that you release your arm and you relax in that position. These three are very difficult. Make sure that you do not have any hamstring injury and you do not have any back injury, because it will constrain all the back muscles, put a lot of stretch on your whole body. So if you do not have that much flexibility, it will be difficult for you. Okay, so let's get started. I am gonna do two variation of three, from the front posture and back, from the side view. Okay, we sit in the Vajrasana. For the beginners, go easily, slowly in this position, because even for me, like I have practiced it, I do it very slowly because it takes a lot of pressure and stretching. You may injure any of your muscles, shoulder, arm, your back, your spinal cord, your legs, anything. It's an injury prone thing. Okay, so what I did is that I used the floor to walk backward, start bending my arm. As I started bending my arm, I started tilting my body easily, slowly, and after a while I stretched when I achieved the floor, I stretched both the arms and relaxed with the arm in the side of my thighs. Okay, I'm gonna show you from the side view. Okay, what is advised is that you do not spread your legs while going when you are on the floor, but it is difficult to keep the both thighs together. So I stretch it for myself. After a while, you can try, and if you're capable, then keep your legs together. I'm not able to do it, so I'm not practicing that also. But if you do it regularly, it will come naturally to you. Okay, so now second variation. Now we're gonna move our head as much back as we can. Rather than putting our back on the floor, we're gonna keep our head and stretch it. Okay, now second view. Okay, this will help you to increase the secretion of thyroid gland because this directly hits over here. So in case you are having thyroid issues and you are taking medicines, it will help you a lot. Now the third variation, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna relax. Earlier we kept our hands near the thighs. Now we're gonna put our hands back, keep the hands near the ear level and relax. This is the difficult most because it put a lot of stress on your body. So as I say, feel your body. If you're able to do it, good enough. If you're not able to do it right now, keep practicing. You'll reach to this level. Yes, make sure you stretch your back, because when you relax your back, because when we are moving backward, we are in curved position with our stomach coming up. So when you are put your hands away, so you try to relax your back. I'll show you what I mean. As I told you, this is injury prone asana. Make sure you come up slowly, make sure you go down slow. You do not hasten up yourself and injure any part of your body. I feel stretch in my back. I can relax for a while. You can do Sukshma asana. Sukshma asana means nothing, the relaxer and the massaging posture. Move your feet in a circular manner. Shake them. Easy. Now we're gonna do Gomukhasana. Go means cow and Mukh means face. So cow face asana. Put in the Vajrasana. Sit in the Vajrasana. Keep your hands backward and try to touch them. If you're not able to touch them right now, it's okay. Just try to do the posture. It will come slowly as you keep practicing them. Okay. You sit in the Vajrasana. You sit straight with your spinal cord straight. You put your hand like this, touch your hand and see forward. Keep your face in the front. Do it with your second hand also. The other arm. Even I am not able to do it because it requires a lot of stretching and my arms are not that much flexible right now. Ow. You have to make a lock like this, and it will come if you are very flexible. Okay, so we did Gomukhasana, and okay, I will show you cat and cow pose. I do not remember the Hindi name of it. So this asana is advised for your back. If you are having back injury, it will relax your muscle and strengthen it up. Make sure that you do not go beyond your limit. What we're gonna do is that we're gonna inhale, then stretch something like this with a head going forward, and we exhale and look at our stomach and keep our spinal cord upward, like similar to what cat does. This is your cow and this is your cat. I pull my stomach inside. You cannot see it right here with my t-shirt and my sando banyan going. Okay, we are done with a lot of postures, and right now let me think for a while. If any posture I remember, yes, there's one more. There's Chakki Chal Asan. Chakki Chal Asan is not in Vajrasana, it's in Sukhasana. Okay, what I mean by Sukhasana? Sukhasana is basically sitting on the floor. Keep your leg closed, a leg like this. This is known as Sukhasana. Many people don't know that Sukhasana itself has a lot of benefits, like it strengthens your these muscles, your back. Basic. Second, if you sit in this posture, the next morning you do not feel the efforts while going for toilet. It your because your back muscles get relaxed and you do not need to put a lot of pressure, so it relaxes in your constipation issue also. And yes, it's helpful in increasing your ability, sexual strength, so it is very helpful. So Chakki Chalasan is nothing, sorry I missed it. Chakki Chalasan is basically you're gonna set it like this, your knees straight, legs forward, okay, and you hold it something, you hold your hand, lock your hands like this, and you move in a circular manner, like you're making a circle in front of you. Go as far as you can. Move your core, do not just do like this, move your core along with it. Actually, this asana comes from the ancient technique in which women used to grind the grains. Nowadays, these hand grinders have vanished, but earlier they used to be there, and it used to help women to stretch and keep the body fit. So, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna stretch ourselves, reduce the obesity as much as we can. Okay, so now talking time. Okay, all these asanas will help you to increase your body temperature, reduce the obesity, will stretch your body. In any of the posture you feel uncomfortable, what come from the Vajrasana to the Sukhasana, then do it. Even if the Sukhasana is difficult, relax. If you can do asanas in this posture, well and good. In case you are not able to understand any of the technique which I have told you, please go on the Google. All the viewers can check out Baba Ramdev and Kino Yoga, Kino, Kino Yoga. They'll tell you all the asanas which I have told you. You can see the videos for the selective asana and then do it. My motive of making all these asanas is that you get motivated and start doing at your home, get the kind of fitness you need in life. Yeah, and one more thing, if you're not able to do any asana, do not hasten up, do not try to increase the speed, rather than increasing the speed, do it slowly, feel your body, go to the limit where you can, do not stretch beyond your limit, do it every day. You will get to the point where you want it to be. Okay, after this I gonna do pranayam. In pranayam I gonna do Kapalbhati, Anulom Vilom, Brahmari Asana and Udgitasana, and gonna lie in Shavasana for a while, and after some time I'll take bath. Because your body is heated up, do not directly go to take a shower after any yoga asana, because it may go in opposite direction and may create some kind of issues. Okay, bye bye, see you again. Nice being with you.